Hello. Hey. Hi, everybody. Social media family and or any visitors to that on my own personal channel and our chat room. Being whatsoever races, social media family members or members to my social media family and or visitors, I greet one and all. You know, and although my social media family, like any visitors, may be of whatsoever races, and of the old and young alike, both two sexual genders, males and females, representing not only the human species, but then nevertheless the global community for this post 911 era of our new millennium, of this apocalyptic day and age. And whereas the doomsday clock is at a couple few minutes to midnight, so far as concerning that being the military arsenal of the remaining superpowers within this post 911 era of our new millennial apocalyptic day and age. And like I said before, so I say again, and what the doomsday clock is now at a couple few minutes to midnight compared to how formerly previously or prior to then it was at a quarter midnight for these rather biblically prophetic times. But then, unlike any visitors who may be of whatsoever false life or whatever practice society or lifestyle preferences, any members to my social media family cannot be of some as such, being because I cannot hang out with some of anybody and everybody, God forbid. Been there, done that, don't want to do it again, anytime too soon enough again. May be a long time in coming, if and when, if at all. So I say, you gotta recognize and realize people's places and things. Being at the wrong place at the wrong time in the wrong crowd can or could possibly have some or such rather severe or serious consequences. You all are probably wondering why I'm wearing this here. It's supposed to be symbolic of the LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community. But guess who they stole the symbolism from, or the multi-colors? No, they stole it from the '60s flower children of the hippie movement. You know, whereas those others should have patent, so to speak, or to use a much more appropriate word, they should have copyrighted the multicolor symbolism. You know, so no, I'm not a car-carrying member to the LGBT community, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community. Just in case anybody wants to know if anything, I wear it because I'd be like considered of some such others. But anyway, though, getting back to the basic intro as an introduction, so I can get these here preliminaries out the way before I get this speaking upon anything. Oh, excuse me, my fancy bottom. You know, of any particular subject matter. If I were to speak upon a couple few or four more for that matter, then don't kill the messenger. I'm just here to deliver. And regardless of whether or not that of an issue at hand, of a topic of discussion to be possibly debated, of a given argument with the many different views and opinions affiliated or associated with and are representing some as such, is a controversy or is a plague upon any given society for a country or nation, wherever, whenever, of an issue that has yet to be resolved if it has not been already or not. Then don't kill the messenger. As I said, I'm just here to deliver. Besides all that, I'm prior military enlistment personnel. Uh, and I'm not here to offend anybody regardless, because that would defeat the reason or purpose for that my person having established this particular platform, podium, or to have gone about the necessary business at hand to establish rapport, to acquire an account with this particular social media website address. And if and when I get my views and opinions, express myself from one topic to another, from here to there, upon this or that, But then hopefully I will go about it with that much less usages of explicit profanity compared on to that much more cuss words to simply say, depending on what my day could have been like, or night for that matter, depending on how I feel, But I'm trying to get right with God, believe it or not, as a believer. As in Christian, Protestant, not Catholic, not supposed so-called Jehovah's Witness, not supposed so-called Latter-day Saint. All roads may lead to Rome in this world, but all roads do not lead to heaven in the next. I don't care what Oprah Winfrey says, okay? So far as that line of thought is concerned. Alrighty, moving right along. But then, if any visitors pay a visit to that of my own personal channel in our chat room, then please tread lightly, respect it, being of some such, because if you come off like a negative internet troll, well, for one thing, I will silence your chat, as I reserve the right or the rights and privileges to do so, like anybody else who is an account holder or a social media website address, which one has established rapport with, to set up camp, to, establish that one's own personal chat room or channel for that are the same of the said in question and of the former, previous, or prior mentioned for whichever one or how many for that matter. So don't disrespect it and attempt to use mine as a platform, a podium for your nonsense. When I could do bad all by myself, I don't need anybody else's help. As anybody could have possibly witnessed during my last couple few social media broadcasts or videos, not that it was really meant to offend anybody. I was just having fun with such fun, that's all. So don't take it the wrong way, anybody. Don't take it to heart. But then if I were to become subject to experiencing any negative internet trolls soon enough again, since the last time or so, then second of all, I will block from having blocked your chat is what I meant to say, correction. Prince of Peace continue to regulate my mind compared to how the Prince of Darkness attempts to complete my speech, and as I think of it with that in my mind's intention to try to backtrack here with reason or purpose being on, I go on to follow to continue from where and when that of my person at last left off, so I can finish up as in complete a form of previous 5 line thought in that same spot. And whereas, second of all, I will block you, is what I meant to say. And whereas very few people or persons, being of whom I block from my own channel and our chat room, do I permit re-entry, or do I permit to enter in once again? Then, because the majority of most who I block them permanently. That's just me. I don't know about anybody else. Well, I'm sure others would do the same, as they would agree with me, compared to how still others would tend to differ, But life is too short. You know what I'm saying? To let some kind, sort of type of an airhead, a brain dead, brainless, freaking idiot, moron, a stupid, old, dumb called sicko cycle attempt to rain on your parade. You know what I'm saying? Then, because I don't do this for free, all right? There was one time or another I was willing to, give freebies, and speaking upon some of such other matters of a secular nature, well, supposedly, or so to speak, well, practically, if not possibly, as much as I would think of it with my intention to get freebies, mainly or mostly, that being of content of social media broadcasts or videos being of which would be of a religious, supernatural, or spiritual format, because that's what I'm doing now. Any other kind, sort of type of format, I would only air or go about, composing, producing, and posting some such as social media broadcasts or video of another nature only once in the blue moon. Now, if it be secular, unless I get paid to do so, only after I get my recommended required 4,000 subscribers, then it's not happening. Okay, I just want you all to know that, because if anything, it's more important for me to that my person to fulfill the great commission to spread the gospel message free of charge, regardless. Yeah. Um, yeah. But then, how are you all doing? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay, if not better yet to be said, to be feeling all right. Or if not best of all to be said, to be feeling blessed and stressed, more blessed and stressed, or too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and yours, your family, friends, hopefully me and mine likewise as well, are all the same. Or whatever I would say, be I speaking correct, proper, standard English grammar of the American dialect of some or such quality and quantities or not, be I speaking the King's English or street slang for that matter. The bottom line is that I wish you all well. And now that I have gotten the basic intro as an introduction or preliminaries out of the way, then let me commence with the verbal exercise. Express myself or give my views and or opinions upon whatever subject matter comes to mind, or even I will just speak upon a few more than just one for that matter. And I speak upon something I had already mentioned, or something similar, or something altogether different, or something entirely new. And with that having been said, and let me say, for example, much earlier, I had composed and produced, and posted. I tried to post. Well, I know I did post one after I had composed and produced it. The kind sort of type of social media broadcast or video, and I had gotten sabotaged, like a computer hacker had hit me for the second video of that nature. So that didn't come out right. So I'm in the process of deleting that. All the same as that one saying, no, I'm supposed to have deleted both of the nature. Hopefully it hadn't popped back up in my collection, because last time it did. Like I say, I had composed that last social media broadcast or video of mine as I was just having fun for about something like close to an hour, only to find out that after some kind sort of type of a computer hacker character, B1 would have been some kind sort of type of a closet proverbial neighbor from hell, or one of my public nuisance problem neighbors at this building as location I'm at presently, or at the moment, as of the present given time, paying monthly rent, etc. And as one could possibly be moonlighting as, one of my dime a dozen crank callers and or stalkers, be somebody else. Anyway, though, after having composed and produced like close to an hour of recording, I only got 5 minutes out of the deal after somebody had sabotaged. Ain't that a blip? All that time wasted. So if you see that particular video among my collection, that is something like, that is the most recent one, for something like 5 minutes, give or take some minutes, if it hadn't been deleted compared to how I had thought to delete it much earlier, then that's the one, or one or two I'm talking about. The same format, And with one or two I had received, well, possibly both. Some of such negative internet trolls. I haven't. Now, I said before. So I said again, life is too short, to be engaged in all that, ignorance, insanity, and or impoliteness or stupidity, sickness, and or rudeness for believers and unbelievers and non-believers alike. I really on mild not quite a bit or all in fun. I don't think anything that I had said much was really offensive to anybody. So I just want you all to know that. You notice the title to this here, and it said for children, for kids, not grown-ups. Yes, unless of course, quite naturally, you're going to come into or experience yourself becoming subjected to my domain and respected, for a social media broadcast or video. All right, take a hike, get out of here. Okay. Now, as I was on here, so that more than quite a few could have possibly thought that I myself being that of my person, had kind of snapped. I know that this one proverbial neighbor from hell, or public nuisance problem neighbor, character, has been attempting to drive me completely bonkers for the longest, as he would think of it with a rather twisted, warped, wicked mindset, and my mind's intentions to attempt to harass, intimidate, and persecute or torture and terrorize that of my person upon a daily and nightly basis, with all his different twists and power plays of making extreme and excessive noises. And the same line of thoughts just were, daily and nightly. For the weekdays, weeknights, weekends, including for that of holidays, not to mention, at times, be attempting to interrupt any social media broadcast, man. But I ain't gonna worry about it. And that's including if he could have been the one that had sabotaged the last couple of few of my social media broadcasts or videos. To be moonlighting as a computer hacker, as well as he could possibly moonlight as one of my dime a dozen crank callers and or stalkers and characters. I ain't gonna worry about it. For a minute they did have me blowing up quite a bit of steam. I was cussing and swearing like a drunken sailor on shore leave, but it's all in the past now. It's a think of it with a mind's intention with that to be possibly considered a line of thought and saints and what to make amens to God of my own understanding. Yeah. So if you see that one particular video or social media broadcast of mine within my collection that's ever so short for to be compared on to being quite the contrary of how I really wanted to blow my horn or express myself for much lengthier time frame period, or as I had done or did on the, have the majority of most of it chopped off of the recording. That's going to be many custom computer hacker has sabotaged it. Okay. Moving right along. Yeah. Speaking upon some such argument, I didn't do much for today. Kind of overslept. Then I went out to the store, got me some bottled water, in addition to some such other. Likewise, as well as saying, also whatever I've said, because I don't drink tap water. Very seldom would I drink tap water now, unless it's a real emergency. Because I usually make a purchase when it comes to water to be drunk. I usually make a purchase, as in buy bottled water. I think. For example, you can get this from a local vicinity area, neighborhood community, Walgreens, or CVS, and it costs cheaper as it's a generic brand of water that is an affiliation or associated with and representing that of a pharmaceutical business store or some such up under their chain of enterprises. branded by them, called nice. Then there are certain bottled waters that I better not dare to make a purchase of, as in buy, because it has a much higher concentration of pollutants in it, as different water manufacturing business companies, corporations, um, entrepreneurship for that matter. They have different. There's well, some have the same or similar water filtration process. Others have a different one. Some of the nastiest bottled water that anybody could make a purchase of or buy is called Dasani. You know, it has a higher concentration of pollutants in it. And one of the better bottled waters, aside from that of generic brand, as I was making reference to, that of brand name bottled waters, like one of the better or one of the best bottled waters for a person, your average person, or whatever race and whatever walk of life, fashion of society, lifestyle preference, to make a purchase of. So I say, and I'll state for the record, and speaking upon those matters. Well, one would be called, let me see now. There's a number more I would make a purchase of by. The other ones I wouldn't think to do so, not for anything in the world. Not if my life depended on it. Well, I don't know about all that, but I know that some are better. Like say, one in particular. Let's see, what is it called? Ice Mountain. Yeah, I buy a lot of Ice Mountain water. Then there's another one similar to it. I'm sorry, some of the names I cannot think of at the moment. So far, whether it could be on the tip of my tongue, possibly. Then there's a French French bottled water, transported from Europe to the continental United States of America, um, or USA, and it's supposed to be called Evian, something like that. That is some such of the purest bottled water there is. Being that because it costs at a much higher price. Then what else do I drink when it comes to bottled water? Hmm. I'm sorry, it slips. I have to Google it. It slipped my memory at the moment. But speaking upon those matters, so that's where I'm at. I never drink bottled water. I mean, sorry about that. I never drink tap water, is what I meant to say. Prince B, continue to regulate my mind compared to Prince of Darkness. Attempts to confuse my speech, not to mean to contradict myself. No. And it's rather late. It's been a long day. I never drink tap water unless I really have to. When it comes to drinking water, it's bottled water. You know, I would wash up in tap water, but I wouldn't drink it, if I don't have to. That was an emergency situation, as I said before. So I say again, I'll stay for the record. I only drink bottled water. Hey, that's me. What can I say? Peace, folks. You know how I roll. You hear what I'm saying? Don't look good, ladies. 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 Don't even go there. Don't even try. Don't even think it. Some other dude, guy, or fella wants to be a panty snatcher. Well, that's him. I don't roll like that. Ain't that right? Snoop Dogg is frog. Snoop Dogg. Any of y'all haters out there that could have popped up into this particular present social media broadcast or video of mine, notice I put it on child or kid feature mode. So you cannot comment in here at the moment. Because when I with that program, the way I'm feeling, I was feeling pissed when I lost the majority of that one social media broadcast of mine, I was feeling pissed. That computer hacker sabotage thing. I'm gonna say, Notice, can't comment in here, baby. I ain't having it, baby. No way, baby. You ain't gonna do me like that this time. I ain't help it. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna just continue to make, videos, social media broadcasts with the child or kid feature mode, the silence chats, because if anything, most of the time, I will permit others to give comment on any of my social media broadcasts. Though at times I don't. You know how I feel, y'all. That's just me, baby. Hey, but it's me, baby. I mean, what can I say, man? My mind. I mean, you know what I'm saying, man? It's just me. As a keep it 100. I. Somebody get that Seal-less voice back. I said, somebody get that Seal-less voice back. I. What I do? What can I say? It's all gravy, baby. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gotta be like telling the internet trolls, hey, this is what I think of y'all. I ain't gotta go there and say, man, take a hike, man. It ain't happening. Oh, man. Bro, slow your bro. Hold up, home tank. This ain't that kind of party. Hold up, party boy. Hold up, man. Don't be acting like an overgrown boy wearing adult diapers or pampers. Hold up, man. This ain't that kind of party. Don't steal that if that's like a hand gesture that I had copyright as well if it's not already out there. I know this hasn't been out there. This is my own original hand gesture, whatever you want to call it. Not that what I just did, but this here. You, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Don't copyright that, cause that's my original hand gesture, however you wanna put it. Cause I take you to court and get my moolah, mucho dinero, baby. Money in American currency to complement our own monetary financial banking system and our institutions. Banks or currencies changes, baby. Don't do that to my baby. No. Let me tell you something. Man, take the cotton out of your ears, put it in your mouth, and hear me out. Just hear me out, man. Let me tell. Whoa. I can't steal that because that's what's his name? That's Dennis Rodman's. What you call it? Whoa! I got that. Whoa! I got that. I know they say possession is 9/10 of the law. Finders keepers, losers weepers, but don't work like that all the time. Not in the court system of law when it comes to stealing somebody's trademark for their opening or personality or so. I made this one up, y'all. You know it. And speaking of those now, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, yes. That's mine. That man. Don't copyright. Watch that. Don't copyright. That man. If you attempt to steal it from me, I'm taking you to court. Anyway, though, so I was on here last acting goofy as I don't know what. Some of y'all may have thought that I slipped off the bandwagon of recovery. Although, regardless of my person having a lurking notion to once again go back to living my life in the bottle or living my life worse yet in the pipe or worse yet You know, for both or two, then I'm a recovering reefer addict. Okay. I don't mess with crack and I don't mess with meth. So any of you haters that negative internet trolls be popping up in my channel in a chat room talking smack in that regard, you need to leave, because within the courtroom of law, what the likes would be doing would be called that slander and libel, making false statements against a person. And I can get paid for that as well. Like ting 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 with your Daniels, baby. American currency. Ting 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 ting. That could become another, physical hand gestures that I have yet to copyright, before somebody steal that. I want a team, I want a team, I want a team, 3, 4. A team, a team. But I know I can't steal the giggity giggity. You know where that's from? Sitcom series, pop culture cartoon production. Yeah, well. So getting back to some of such other, y'all. So one of my most recent videos of social media broadcast was sabotaged. I do believe sincerely. With little or no doubt that that's what had happened. I pick up my phone receiver. I'm hearing nothing. I'm like, what's going on? And like somebody listening on the other end, I say, now here it is. Get off the phone, faggot. Throw some balls and be a man. No offense is meant. I say no offense. I'm not meaning to offend. No offense is meant to be directed at the much more familiar faggots when I say that. I'm not an extreme homophobe, though I am a homophobe, but I'm not a card-carrying member to the Westboro Baptist Church. I'm not a secret closet card-carrying member to some church. And with his ridiculously blasphemous email of www.godhatesfags.com. God doesn't or don't hate faggots. He just hates their blasphemous alternative lifestyle preference. Otherwise, if God hated anybody, the God of my own understanding, our Lord and Savior Christ, Messiah delivered as he is for us being of what few believers, real or true believers in God, and whereas the worst of two evils is other life of those being of whom are of the worst of the worst is of unbelievers and unbelievers being of deceivers who pretend to be believers in God. And as they themselves would likewise well all the same be of the worst of the worst is a closet of devil worshippers, being of whom make up the majority of most churchgoers or whatsoever or whatever religious denomination from the pools to the pulpits. But anyway, I say, getting back to me and all, as thinking with that, my mind's to try to backtrack here with no purpose of being on, so I can go on to follow to continue from where and when that my person had last left off, so I can finish up as in complete a form of previous prior lines all in the saints' word. And where is if the God of my own understanding, been our Lord and Savior Christ, the Messiah deliverer, if he hated anybody, then he would no longer be a God of love, and he couldn't possibly give his life upon the cross of Calvary to save the lost human souls in the world, from the lake of fire, damn hell. Do disregard what you heard. It's just one of these that's so far in the background, not making reference to any television or radio, for that matter, if I would have had that on, electronic device, but rather I was making reference to some of these stupid old dumb coughs, freaking idiots and crackpots or cranks, or proverbial neighbors from damn hell up. The likes to dime a dozen public nuisance of problem neighbors who be moonlighting likewise, as I suspect more than quite a few as dime a dozen crank callers and or stalkers as misery loves company. You heard that loud noise in the background, as long as they stay outside my apartment door, we won't be having a problem, as I do believe in self-defense, in one regard and or another, You hear what I'm saying? Just be thankful that I'm not packing a piece of 6 shoot at the moment. Yeah, let's be about the peace, Peace and love, joy, and happiness. Anyway, y'all. So I had given y'all an explanation as to what happened to the last video of mine of a original social media broadcast of my own making. So now you know. Then I'm gonna close shop now by giving the close, and I'll get back with you all later. That is by saying, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I will hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in your veins, by recognizing or realizing what he himself had done and did upon the cross of Calvary on the hill of Golgotha. Something at the hands of some such Roman soldiers up on the orders of their religious superiors, being a Pharisees and Sadducees, and whatever other superiors for that matter of another persuasion or influence from that. But then where it's here, giving his life upon the cross of Calvary, becoming a perfect sacrifice, the only sacrifice for you as well as for me. So that any of us being a whatever race and whatever walk of life, practicing the society, lifestyle preferences, being an old young life, or both with two sexual genders, male and female, associated with and representing not only the human species, but then that's the global community within the post-911 era of a new millennium of apocalyptic day and age where the doomsday clock, being of the military arsenals of the remaining superpowers, is now at a couple few minutes to midnight compared on top formerly previously prior to then was a quarter midnight for these rather biblically prophetic times. Were to profess some such faith in him, according to religious beliefs, some are such to be possibly considered, that is, which being as is supernatural spiritual, go from there. Not only be blessed in this world, but have that insurance policy of his blood sacrifice for the next. You would be even so blessed with the blessings of deliverance in this world, how much more the blessings of salvation for the next. But first you have got to get the most important blessing being of his salvation. Otherwise you have nothing coming. And if you should leave this world without Christ's salvation, your final destination would be the liquefied damn hell with the rest of the unsaved unbelievers and unbelievers, compared to how we as believing God would be blessed with the kingdom of heaven as citizens. Take care. Bye.